Two-time Commonwealth Games venue Meadowbank Stadium lies in ruins now. The machinery used to bring the structure to the ground is as long established as the controversy surrounding its demise, and updates from the Save Meadowbank group are a mixed bag.
Well, it's obviously disappointing that the council started to knock the stadium down, but we have to get on with that fact. There's no good moaning about it all the time. That's all a bit vague. We don't really know what's happening with the trees. There quite possibly will be an application to cut more trees down. Yes, we've been sending representatives to a series of sounding boards organised by the council, and apparently the plans for student accommodation and a hotel have now been scrapped. So the council have realised that you can't build a 12-storey hotel next to a street full of bungalows. So that's a bit of progress in that sense. And there are plans for good things like a new doctor's surgery and a nursery on the site, which is what people wanted. So rather than being a group that complains all the time, we're trying to be constructive and give feedback to the council. And they're going to spend a lot of money at the end of the day, and we want them to spend it properly and not have to sort of knock things down and rebuild them again. Because at the end of the day, it is our money, not their money.
And money has also been a topic for dispute in information requests from locals, with the council claiming it would cost too much to collate information regarding the site, leaving residents frustrated.
The Information Commissioner came back and said they've no right to charge more than £50, and anyway they have people in the council whose sole job is to deal with freedom of information requests. That's ridiculous. So if the Commissioner knows, because the council is on its last warning for not dealing with freedom of information requests appropriately. So we always go through the Information Commissioner, and we've already sent at least 2 complaints to the Commissioner. I had that with one. I asked for all correspondence from between, I can't remember who I was asking it between, but it related to asbestos. So I wanted every communication. The first thing they did was to come back and say, could you specify the dates? But I actually had specified the dates in it, but they wanted clearer specified dates. And yes, that delays it.
They have listened. I mean, there are problems with the planning process as a whole, and I'm disappointed that the government didn't do something about it when they had the planning bill going through this week, because they could have really improved the process and given people a right to appeal against planning decisions, which we haven't done, which I'm quite disappointed they haven't taken that opportunity.
There is a sense of what might have been had communication between residents and the council been clearer, and that will be the hope in the future. But for Meadowbank, the unrest remains clearly communicated. Ian McNally, That's TV.